If by the end of this video you don't agree with me that K-pop is just weird and cringe, you don't have to subscribe. Before we even get into this video, I'm not talking about the entire K-pop culture, but hey, if we are being honest, they are increasingly becoming very weird, and we have to, have a conversation about it, because what the hell was this? For the longest time, I personally didn't like K-pop culture, music, BTS, whatever they had to offer. And I am so glad people are finally starting to catch up. Because why do they behave like kids? To me, it's so weird. They have this thing whereby they just want to appear so pure and innocent. And I'm like, you are not kids, you are grown-ups. Grown-up have flaws. And people are starting to realize it too. And I'm like, okay, so I wasn't a crazy one here. Let's get into some of the videos I'm talking about, because it gets weird. I'm starting to think it's an entire culture thing, because I don't know how you behaving like a baby is any beneficial to society. To me, it just gives borderline pedophile behavior. Yes, I said it, because no grown-up adult is supposed to behave like this. And people eat it up when you go to their comment section, or when you say something about these people. Their comment sections and their fans do not play about them. And I'm like, I wish y'all didn't play about God this way, but here we are, here we are, here we are. Because this is a grown up adult, and I heard she's pushing 30 or 25, by the way. So if you're a grown up adult and you think behaving like this is cute, I don't think you're all right up here. Either that, or you've been programmed heavily by the society you work for to behave like this, because that was barely a fall. So why are we doing this, Miss whoever she's called?
Here to meet you guys and to see that.
Okay, so I heard and I read somewhere that she was just playing. But if this is your first reaction when someone brushes your face with a handkerchief or whatever, and you think how you can play it off is to cry like a baby or to behave like a baby, it's not funny. There are way other things you can do. You can pretend to get angry and mad. Yes, because adults actually do get angry and mad. I mean, I'm not saying babies don't, but you'll get the point I'm trying to make. But if your first thing to do is to behave like a baby and to, cry on the stage with your girls gathering around you to ask what is going on, are you okay? To me, it's weird. And I'm like, what are these people doing? Are they being influenced by their labels or by their society to do this? Because these are grown up women. And have you seen the way they eat? Like, what's up with that as well? I don't know why these people are trying so hard to appear like children. To me, it's giving weird more than cringe. Forget the cringe. I mean, this video is cringe. I'm going to play this clip, the entire video. Women are supposed to be attracted to muscular guys. Guys you can lean on and you can have assurance that when something goes wrong, he will protect you. This guy will use you as protection and a shield. It just gets to a point whereby it's annoying. And these girls, I read that when their pedophile following find out they aren't virgins or they have BFs, all hell breaks loose, because they want to have this mentality that these girls are pure, they are fresh, they haven't been touched, so that they can, have that hope somewhere that I might be her first. Like, how is that not weird? How is that not pedophile behavior? I mean, these people are grown adults, but Look at the way they are behaving like children. And we all know that we are supposed to protect children in society. People aren't supposed to touch them, God forbid. And these girls are portraying just that act. They want to appear pure. I will emphasize on the pure and innocent because that's what it is. And their pedophile following think it's cute. Okay, this is exactly what they want. They aren't babies. Babies take small bites. Adults take medium sized big bites with their big eyes and their makeup, their flawless milky skin, all of it portraying the innocence of children. And I am not, as a mother, going to sit here and tolerate this or talk about there's nothing wrong with this. There's absolutely everything wrong with this.
I genuinely think that K-pop idols might be the most cringe set of people. Because they are always age regressing. You are pushing 30, my nigga. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you falling on purpose and crying like a baby? Or having a piece of paper hitting you while you're on stage. And you start sobbing like you're 5 years old. You are genuinely too old for this shit. I really do think this speaks more on who their fan base is. Either predatory ass niggas or overly obsessed teenagers.
Women can be predators as well. Don't blame this all on the niggas or the men.
There's no in between. And not only that, they like to eat their food like they're cutesy little anime girls and boys. Why are you over here nibbling on all your sweets? Taking the smallest bite out of that little donut? Or nibbling on strawberries? Just eat like you're a normal human being. We know you don't eat like this at home. And the fans will be eating this shit up like it's hotcakes. They'll be over here age regressing, and the fans will be talking about some, oh, look at her. Like she's a 10-year-old little girl. Why are you acting like these grown-ass people aren't pushing 30? Like, I'm genuinely trying to figure out, do the labels tell them to do this shit? Or is this genuinely how they act on and off camera?
Yes, he said it all. As I said earlier, it's pedophile behavior. And I have this theory, not theory, okay? So it looks like the man who actually brought K-pop, he was into stuff like this. Okay, he liked it when they did stuff like this. So let's just get right into it because it's a crazy conspiracy. And I can't even say it's a conspiracy because it has been proven. So let's just get right into it.
Do you know why the Korean K-pop guys look like little boys?
No.
Like little boys. It's because a Japanese man who was grew up in San Francisco. He's very rich. He loves young little boys. He went back to Japan. He's the founding father of Japanese pop.
Yeah.
So he started to get those pretty little boys to take those
Makes
long
sense.
things. So they maintain 14 years old, and he all of them. But because Japanese culture is the hierarchy, they don't, even though they were. They thank him for making them famous, and then it influenced all Asia's beauty standard on men. Even you see Asian men now, the K-pop guys, they all look white skin, skinny little girls.
Yeah.
Because this one single Japanese American shaped the beauty standard of Asian men.
And you might think, okay, we can't take her word to be true. I mean, this is a person who is just making content. But BBC posted something a while back, and I'm like, it has to be true. I mean, BBC is a shady source of news information, as most of them are. But they posted something, and you might want to watch it.
Johnny Kitagawa's male-only talent agency, Johnny and Associates, churned out hit-making boy bands and chart-topping records. He had national treasure status, and even in death, he's revered. Through a career spanning 6 decades, Kitagawa was followed by allegations that he was sexually exploiting young boys. Thousands of men and young boys went through the organization, Johnny and Associates, and they'd work as backup dancers before making their debut. I spoke to one man who remembers staying at Kitagawa's home a week after meeting him.
Johnny told me,
お風
go
呂
and
に
have
入
a
っておいでよっ
bath.
ていうジャニーさんが、
Johnny filled up the
お
bath.
風呂入れてくれて
I thought,
す
isn't
ごい
he
親切だなっ
kind?
てズボンに手かかって
But then he reached for my
で脱
trousers.
げますって言った時に
I said,
ズボン
I'll take them off
そ
myself.
れがすごい
But he
恐怖
replied with
すぎて
silence, and that terrified
そんな
me.
感じででその後
Later, several boys told me you have to put up with it or you
で
won't
我慢し
succeed.
ないと売れないからとか
This isn't the first time these allegations have come to light. In fact, reporters in 1999 spoke to more than a dozen aspiring J-pop idols who said they'd been sexually abused by Kitagawa, and some of them said that the abuse occurred when they were as young as 12. The Tokyo High Court ruled that 9 of the 10 claims were in fact true, including the allegation that Kitagawa had sexually abused minors within his agency. Only the allegation that Kitagawa had supplied the boys with cigarettes and alcohol was found not to be true. Despite the libel case, Kitagawa continued to work as the head of his company all the way until he died in 2019. Now, I reached out to Johnny and Associates a whole bunch of times to try to get them to engage with these allegations. Eventually, I went to their offices where I was met by a member of the marketing team.
They replied to you already.
They've replied to say that they don't want to respond to the allegations. That's all they've said.
I'm very sorry. Any further conversations should go with it.
So I want to speak to someone senior. I want to work out how we can make that happen. To be frank, Kai, I don't think, given the seriousness of the allegations, the fact that this relates to dozens of cases of young men.
Is that this?
We were asked to stop filming. The company's CEO, Julie Fujishima, who also happens to be Johnny Kitagawa's niece, later replied and said they're working to establish highly transparent organizational structures adapting to the times in compliance with laws, regulations, and strengthened governance with impartial experts. She didn't respond directly to the allegations of sexual abuse.
When the whole of Asia, they wanted to look like children, they were going for eye surgery, skin surgery. I mean, that thing was trending online. So this one was a J-pop manager, and you heard everything. I don't even have to go through, but someone might say that, well, he wasn't in Korea, he was in Japan, so this has nothing to do with K-pop. That's where you are wrong. Let's take the beauty standards as an example. It started from somewhere, either Japan or China. The whole of Asia became addicted. This is the same scenario. Someone started something, a Japanese American started something in Japan, in America, and they just spread it throughout Asia. They started adopting it, as in Koreans, Chinese, whoever started adopting it, and they started probably even doing it better than Japan. Because when we talk about pop culture, it's usually America and Korea that comes into your mind, even though Japan plays a big role, and Japan is not off the hook. They do the same thing, but mainly through anime. I don't know if it's an Asian culture or if the hierarchy in these countries cannot be tempted with. People don't want to offend these big people. But that's a conversation for another time. If I could change your mind that K-pop culture is increasingly becoming weird and cringe, you have to like now. If I didn't make up your mind, still like. It won't hurt you. Okay guys, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Like the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Subscribe to the channel. Till next time, stay safe, stay sane. Bye.